Good afternoon and welcome to GCMX News, coming to you live from our studio in GCMX Africa, Kano, Nigeria. Today, Thursday, being the 29th January 2026, which is equivalent to 10th Sha'aban 1447 after Hijrah. I am Hamza Duda Adamu with the news. First, the news headlines. Tinubu seeks to increase appeal court justice from 70 to 110. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf appoint new head for key Kano agencies. Trump issues final ultimatum to Tehran as naval armada approaches. And now the news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has transmitted 2 amendment bills to the House of Representatives, seeking to increase the number of Federal High Court judges from 70 to 90 and appeal court judges from 70 to 110, among others. The bills seeking were read by Speaker Abbas Tajuddin during the resumption of plenary on Wednesday. In 2 letters to the Speaker Abbas Tajuddin, Tinubu said that Section 1/2 of the Federal High Court Act Cap F12 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 originally provided for a maximum of 50 judges and increased to 70 in 2005. He said that the proposed amendment were to strengthen the institutional capacity, efficiency and effectiveness of the Court of Appeal. In the same vein, the President said the second bill seeks to increase the number of justices of the court to appeal from 70 to 110 and judges, clarification of judicial structure and seniority. According to him, the bill seeks to restructure provision relating to the ranking of justice of the Court of Appeal, including the ranking of the President of the court and determination of seniority among justices. He said the bill proposed the modernization of the court proceeding through the introduction of virtual court proceedings. Former presidential candidate and NNPP leader, Senator Rabi'u Musa Kwankwaso, has expressed confidence that Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf and his allies will eventually regret leaving the New Nigerian People Party (NNPP). Kwankwaso said the governor's defection came as a shock, noting that the reason given for leaving were issues that could have been resolved through dialogue. Therefore, he accused Governor Yusuf of handing over the mandate of NNPP members and the people of Kano to a rival political camp without sufficient justification. However, Governor Yusuf officially defected to the All Progressive Congress APC on the 26th January 2026 after resigning from the New Nigerian People Party (NNPP) 3 days earlier. He said this decision followed consultations with stakeholders and was based on his assessment of Nigerian political direction and the need to pursue development for Kano State. Meanwhile, Kwankwaso also dismissed claim of an internal crisis within the NNPP, insisting that no political party is completely free of disagreement. Police in Kano State have arrested 4 suspects in separate operation over the possession of substances suspected to be cannabis, as authorities said on Tuesday. The Kano State Police Public Relations Officer CSP Abdullahi Haruna Kiyawa, officers attached to the Fage Police Division intercepted a tricycle at the Triumph roundabout on January 25th, where they recovered 157 parcels of dry leaves suspected to be cannabis. Therefore, 2 suspects identified as Ahmadu Ado and Salisu Lurwanu from Kulia village in Bunkure local government area, which were arrested at the scene. However, in a separate operation, a day earlier, the police rapid response team raided several locations across the Kano metropolitan area, arresting 2 suspects, Usman Hamisu of 22 years and Awal Abdullahi of 25 years. Police said the suspects were found in possession of dry leaves suspected to be cannabis, rubber solution and small bottles of a substance locally known as sock and dye.
Kano State Police Command carries out successful operations against drug trafficking and abuse. In line with the directives and guidance of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Adiole Ebetokumpe GNPM, on sustained intelligence-led visibility patrol, the Kano State Police Command has made significant breakthroughs in its efforts to combat drug trafficking and abuse in the state. in a series of operations. Police officers have arrested 4 suspects with dried leaves suspected to be cannabis sativas and other suspected illicit drugs. On January 25, 2026, at about 3 p.m., team of police officers attached to Fage Police Division Kano, while on intelligence-led surveillance patrol at Triumph Roundabout, intercepted a tricycle containing 2 suspected sacks. When search was conducted, 157 parcels of dried leaves suspected to be cannabis sativa were recovered. 2 suspects, Ahmad Ado and Salis Lurwano, all of Uliya village, Bunkura local government area, Kano, were arrested.
Meanwhile, the police say that investigations are ongoing and the suspect will be charged to court upon the conclusion of inquiries. Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has approved a fresh round of appointments and promotions across key sectors of the state to strengthen governance and improve security delivery. Notable appointments include Honorable Abdul Kader Balarabe Kankarofi as Special Advisor on Humanitarian Affairs, while Hajia Aisha Tamburawa as Special Advisor on Positive Propaganda, and Dr. Mukhtar Bello Maisudan as Executive Secretary of the Kano State Scholarship Board. However, promotion include Engineer Mukhtar Yusuf to Managing Director of the Water Resources Engineering and Consultation Agency RECA, and Engineer Abba Kankarofi to Managing Director of the Kano Roads and Maintenance Agency KAMA. Honorable Musayib Kawu Ungogo was also appointed Managing Director of the Kano Zoological Garden. Therefore, Governor Yusuf urged the official to serve with dedication, transparency, and commitment to the people, reaffirming his administration's focus on strengthening institutions under the Kano First agencies. You are still watching to GCMX News. Stay tuned as we come back shortly. Welcome back. At least 2 farmers have been killed and several others, including children, injured following an aerial attack on the Kurugu community in Mariga local government area of Niger State. Residents said a military surveillance helicopter hovered over the community for several minutes on Sunday before opening fire. According to eyewitnesses, the gunshot struck residents inside their homes. One of the residents, Suleiman Sanusi, said the incident has thrown the community into panic, forcing many residents to flee to Bangui town and other nearby areas perceived to be safer. Therefore, Sanusi described the attack as surprising and unprovoked and called on relevant authorities to urgently investigate the incident and provide medical assistance to those who sustained injuries. However, as of the time of filing this report, the Nigerian Air Force and other security agencies had yet to issue an official response regarding the incident. Now we move on to foreign news. You heard that President Trump said the time was running out for the Iranian government to come to the negotiation table, which, if the government failed to do so, he warned the next strike will be worse than the one of its nuclear facility in June. Mr. Trump said that several large warships were approaching Iran, saying they were ready to complete their mission quickly, just as the U.S. military had attacked Venezuela. Iran foreign minister had previously said that he had not held any talk with the U.S. in recent days and that he did not need to hold any. However, Abbas Arachi said that several mediators whom he did not name were seeking consultations and meeting in Tehran. To end the news, a recap of the major item. You heard that President Tinubu seeks to increase appeal court justice from 70 to 110. You also heard that Governor Abba Yusuf appoint new head for key Kano agencies. You also heard that Trump issues final ultimatum to Tehran as naval armada approaches. This news comes to you live from our studio at GCMX Africa, Kano, Nigeria. You can also follow us through our social media handles at GCMX Africa or through our streaming platform or through our radio garden at GCMX Africa. Once again, I'm Hamza Dauda Adamu saying goodbye for now.